Hello, 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 hello. Hi, I'm here. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. Okay, wait. Is this working? Oh, yeah, it is. Oops. Okay, it's working. Funny. All right, let me make sure I can see everybody's chat. Not the numbers, though, because why would that work on YouTube? Oh, hi, Tarot Goddess. Hi. Thanks for being here. It's good to see ya. How was your week? Did you have a good week? Oh my goodness. I spill water everywhere. Hi, Judy. Thanks for being here. It's good to see you. Oh, good. I'm glad you had a good week. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Okay, I'm gonna while we're all getting our hellos out, I'm gonna start trying to write. Man, Mercury retrograde decided to really put me through it on this last day. So, oh my gosh, why is this so thick? There you go. There, better. So, today is spring equinox. So we'll talk about that. And it's the end of Mercury retrograde. Thank goodness. We'll put these together. Okay, let me see if I have anything else. Y'all are so cute. Oh my gosh. Let me make sure. Okay. Because that's the other thing that was happening is I had lag and was delayed like on everything today. So then there all my comments and stuff looked weird. It's good to see you. Thanks for being here. I hope everybody had a good week. Let me see. I think that's it. Oh, I did want to talk about. Oh, Josh, thanks for being here. It's good to see you. I hope you all know that when I do see you like other places and I'm saying hi to you, I do say it out loud and I say it just like this. I can't help it. I wanted to talk about this concept of a goddess god. Okay, that's what I got. So now let me know what you got. What else should we add? Oh, hi, Tiff Tiff. It's good to see you. Thanks for being here. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm not gonna get all quiet, like get caught up in the chat. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ostera. That's right, Alex. We should put that on here too, because that's the spring equinox. This is how it's spelled, right? We should look at those vibrations too. we usually get a list of like 4 things. So you came on time to be able to add to it, Noah. So go ahead and let me know her birthday. Didn't we look at her birthday already? But that's okay. We'll do it again because I don't remember it. Oh, the most loved versus the least loved. That has some interesting vibrations. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Rumble. It's good to see you. Thanks for being here. Okay. March 28th. I need the year. March 28th. And we have room for one more thing to put on here. So, anybody got anything? Let me know. We'll add it to our list for today. Do, 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 do. 19. Oh my gosh, what's wrong with my eyeballs? Yeah, okay. See, I knew what I was talking about. I was going to say 1994, but then I second guessed my eyeballs. Got it. Hey, Josephine! Thanks for being here. Good to see you again. Okay, great, Judy. I'll put those at number 4 here. Appreciate. That's a fun word. I was seeing as I was setting up that we have quite a few birthdays coming up in Aries season or in April. Man, wait a minute. It seems like we got a lot of birthdays every season, every month. That's good. It means we got a good mix of energies. Hi, it's so good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're feeling better. Thank you. You have a wonderful weekend also. So good to see you. Oh, and your sister Alex is 329. Yeah. Yeah, there's but it seems like it's every sun sign is represented. Very interesting. Okay. So, while we wait for what am I waiting for? Oh yeah. How did I forget that quick? While we wait for Judy's numbers, let's look at let's look at God. Oh wait, there they are. Josh is starting to put them in, so never mind. Change of plans. Let me write down these numbers real quick. 164, 86, Jojo! It's so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Oh my gosh. 9847. Okay. Is that these three, Judy, this week? Okay, so I think the order will go in, and I'm gonna put the order on here so I remember. Is we'll look at Noah's girlfriend's birthday first, and then we'll look at this goddess god that's coming up, and then we'll look at Judy's numbers, and then we'll end with spring equinox. Okay, that works. All right, so here we go. So March 28th. So today is spring equinox, Ostera, and it is ending Pisces season and starting Aries season. It's also the first day of what's considered spring. We're going to look at an Aries birthday. Well, Aries sun anyway. March 28th, 1994. Woo-hoo! My writing is extra shaky today. I don't know what that's about. You maybe can't see it. Well, if you do, just act like you don't. All right, so for everyone, what we're going to look at is the life path number. And around here in these parts here, we always look at the 2-digit life path number, so that we can see what the path is to be able to get the 1 or single digit life path number, so we can see the path and then the outcome. And so to do that, the first thing we do is we need to add up the digits of the year. Hi, Doc. It's good to see you. Thanks for being here. So for this year, it's 23. And then we take the month, so 3 for March, the day, 28, and then this 2-digit year number, put those together. And so then we get a life path number of 54. Which when we add up the 5 and the 4, we get a 9. And so very first thing out the gate, 54 is the numeric vibration of the word love. It's also the numerical vibration of the word oracle. So already we have this vibration of love that's coming through. Also, within this 54, we have the 4 here, and then we have the 4 here in the year, where it's all about stability. So the first step on this life path for your girlfriend, Noah, is to understand the foundation of things and the stability of things. So your life path number, it talks about and it tells you about the vibrations that you put out into the world and that you contribute. And so this is kind of like you becoming a energetic vibrational expert in these vibrations because you're living with them your whole life. And so then that allows you to be able to contribute it to others. And so her first step is to really understand what stability is. What stability is in all areas of life, and what it means to be stable. But also, because all vibrations are neutral, it includes both the positive and the negative of that vibration. So it's also understanding the foundations of things that need to be shaken up and that need to be removed in order to have ample stability. So it's both building foundation and taking away or breaking down foundation to reach a place of stability. Oh, hi, TFM. Thanks for being here. It's good to see you. So she probably is one of the people that feels very much like a like you would call her like the Rock, or people would call her their Rock. Like she's pretty strong and steady, even with that Aries sun. This vibration of 4 is coming through pretty strongly. So she would feel pretty stable. But also would have problems if she's not feeling stable. So if she's not feeling stable, then that's when she can have some, like, that's like one of her biggest pet peeves is not feeling stable. And that's in any way. Like if it's just in a conversation and the conversation doesn't feel stable. And also within here, stable is equated a lot of times to safe. So feeling safe with people and in situations, and like environments is really important to her. Interesting. And so then when she does feel stable, when she gets a grasp of what's happening with stability and which foundations need to be broken down and which can be built up to reach stability, then she can contribute highly to the changes that are occurring. And this also goes for, excuse me, when she feels like she's in a safe place. So when she feels stable, like she's in a safe place, then change is really easy for her. But she can't make the changes or contribute to change without first feeling stable. So this means if she's in a discussion, like in a relationship, in a discussion where she doesn't feel safe, she's not going to be able to change her stance. She'll probably dig her heels in and get very stubborn. But I think that's a lot of us. But it might be more obvious with her. Hi, sweet cookies. Hi. It's good to see you. Thanks for being here. But just because she's really stable doesn't mean she can't change. Like she actually can contribute to a lot of change. She can make a lot of things change in a really good way. But she has to feel stable in it. And this change then contributes to her overall vibrational contribution, which is ending cycles. Okay. Okay. I'm glad this is making sense, Noah. But her ultimate vibrational contribution is this 9. So our single digit life path number. So like if you look up your life path number, most of the time you're just given the single digit life path number. Um and that single digit life path number is really just your vibrational contribution. So if we're living in this world that's made up of all of these energies and vibrations, each of us are contributing our vibration, our energy into this big tapestry, this tapestry of vibrations, or this soup of vibration. And so her contribution is this 9. It's being able to understand stability and foundation enough to help make changes happen so that she can contribute to ending cycles. So, ending the way people think or the way things are done that aren't helpful or conducive for anybody's well being. A lot of times, people that have this 9 are very much like in a like social support kind of role. So it's kind of like a lot of people that are like social workers, like I don't know why this is coming up, but like working in a group home or around that kind of setting are these 9s, because they have this energy to be able to really make some big time change in the things that are happening within like the systems that we live in, because they can end some of these cycles. They can end um yeah, how things are done and the thought pattern. The other thing that's coming up is like ending um like like being that person that's able to end somebody's thought pattern of like a whole group. So like when somebody has a stereotype of a whole group of people, these 9 vibrations are ones that are able to come in and break that up, help them to rethink that and to end that perpetual stereotypical cycle, that way of thinking. But especially with this 54, because it feels very much like that vibration of love. And so, with that vibration of love, it makes it easier to be able to end those cycles because it's done in this very gentle way, even though it feels very strong because of that 4. Hmm. Very interesting. Very interesting. I think the last thing I will say that has come up is that 23 is the numerical vibration of the phrase I am. And this is an Aries sun. So the way the mind thinks is around an Aries, and Aries is all about identity and I am. So this is like a double whammy of identity, like very strong identity vibrations, like very confident in who she is. And if she's not there yet, like if she's not like super confident in her identity and who she is, if she works on it, that could be like her superpower, because she's got a lot of this I am and identity energy just right here. And that's not even looking at the rest of her chart. Oh, this is a good one. Thanks for sharing, Noah. And hopefully you'll be able to find this part, it's right at the beginning, so you should be able to find it easily, so that she can watch it, or you all can watch it together again. That was good. Yeah, that was a good one. She, like, her energy, her vibrations feel very strong. Like, yeah, she's a good one to have around. Mm-hmm. All right. Thanks, Noah. All right, number two is Goddess God. All right, let me go to my. Oh, I already got it. I don't know why I've been doing that this week. I think because I watched, I watched One Piece and some other anime, and I don't know why. Like, it doesn't even have to happen in anime, but when I get to watching a lot of anime, I always do the laugh, and I don't know why. It doesn't even have to be in there, but that's, I don't know, it just makes me do it. So that's what that was. That was my, I guess that's my glitch. Sometimes it's songs. Today it's the weird anime laugh. It's my glitch today. All right, so we already have talked about, and it's in like so many of my videos, that here in 2026 we have this dueling energies happening, where we are seeing um this back and forth between this energy of God universe, which is the zero, where this is the only vibration that we do not have control over. And this is what God feels like. So when we think of a higher power, the universe, God, what we feel is that zero. But because um of our human brains and how us human brain people work, we have to label everything that we feel and experience. And so the label that we've given this feeling of zero, God, universe, higher power, is the word God. And the word God is 26. And so the way I've been distinguishing between them is that this God, universe, higher power is, that's a zero, is big G God. And then this God description that we give to better understand what we're feeling, or to express our connection with this higher power, is this little g God. This little g God, you notice, has no zeros in this. So this means that we have control over how we work with this energy, how we use this energy, how we create this energy. Versus this zero that we have no control over. And so now what's come up is this back and forth, because we've been seeing this dueling energies, like we automatically have it in duality, where it's the masculine and the feminine. But we're seeing it a lot more in more energetic ways right now than we usually do. Like it's something that we can't necessarily put words to, but we know it's there and we know that it's happening. And so on this side with 0, we would also put goddess. But that means that you could also have goddess over here. But we're going to look at what is this vibration. So if we truly had no duality, so if we really went from that 11 to the 2. So if we really went from having duality, having division, to not having division, then little g God and big G God would actually be the same, and goddess and God would be the same. But this phrase or this label of goddess God keeps coming up, where if we're really operating at a place of neutrality, then instead of saying God, we could say goddess God, that it's both of these together. This higher power is made up of both of these masculine energies and feminine energies, which actually just makes sense because everything is made up of a combination of these masculine and feminine energies. But what happens when we write it out this way, because this is what we've been talking about a lot also, is how these portals keep getting formed. So goddess God has God at the beginning and at the end. And so it's creating this portal. It's creating this portal way where these energies of 26 are trying to come together, and it's creating this movement that's creating a portal. This means also that if we were to pull these apart, so if we're really trying to have a dualistic state, so full division, pull them apart, what actually will happen is the two pieces that are God, that 26 energy, will come off, and just the piece in the middle will be left. And this piece in the middle is 47, which is the numeric vibration of time. So when we pull goddess and God apart, when we say that this higher power, this energy that we feel from the universe, that we have no control over, when we pull the feminine and the masculine apart to create duality in that way, we create time. We're releasing time. So it is time that separates these two versions of this higher power that we call God. Yeah, when this came through during my meditation, I was like, well, all right. That's a different level. So when we're operating in a place of time, we're actually allowing this separation to happen. That part haven't totally figured out yet of like how do we not let this separation happen. But this is going right along with all of these times that we keep hearing this story of 11 to 2. where we need to get away from the duality, the division, and we need to bring these together. But that time could also be that answer there also. That to bring these two pieces of God back together, we need to get time back in there. Take the time and put it back in there. The other thing is when we add this all up. So when we do 26 plus 47 plus 26, we get 99. And 99 is the numeric vibration of the word ascension. So as we are trying to ascend, as we're trying to raise our vibrations, we need to move along time, bring time in a position to bring together these two versions of God to get back to this goddess God. We need to end the cycles that are happening, because with these two nines also, it's making it clear that you are ending things on both of these extremes. So no more doing things this way if you are in that masculine side, or doing things this way if you're in the feminine side, because we're actually all both. So we have to end those cycles so we can actually bring these two versions of God together through time and fully ascend. And this is one of the things that has come through, and actually there's a lot of these, but this is one of them that very much tickles my brain, because I can tell that I understand it enough to know that it's true, but I don't understand it fully, because it's bigger than my current level of understanding. And then it gets back to needing to ascend. The last thing that I will point out, unless you all are seeing anything else, so let me know if you're seeing anything else in here, or want me to look at any other ways. But these 26 is 8. And one of the big vibrations we have been encountering a lot recently is 88. And this is that 16 of the tower, that the tower is preparing to fall. And so what are you going to choose to do? These 8s need a different color. Different color. These 8s are the cycles, because these are infinitely cycling energies. These are the cycles that are ending here with ascension. Yes. Yes. Yes, exactly, LT. Yeah, right, Josh? It makes sense, and at the same time doesn't make sense. It makes a lot of sense, where you want to understand it so that you can be able to do whatever needs to be done to reach this level of ascension. But it's like the bits of it are just out of reach. But I think this is one of those things where it's as you work with it, this is one of the vibrations, the energies that if you work with it, you will begin to learn from it. Like this is a vibration that's meant to learn from. Yes, Josh, exactly. It makes sense that it's not supposed to make sense. But this is one that we are meant to learn from. To allow ourselves to meditate on and work with. So just like if you have an affirmation, a Bible verse, a portion of the Quran, um, anything that you would meditate on, that you would use to help in your learning and in your ascension, in raising your vibration, this is one of those. Mmm. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It is. Yeah, you're very right. Yes, thank you for sharing that. So, yes, this 47, I'm going to draw out what LT was saying because I think it's really important. So, we have the 7 chakras. Look how short these legs are. Stop that. Don't make those legs like that. I don't know what I was thinking. There we go. That's at least a little bit better. Oh, that's funny. So we have these 7 chakras, but 47 is encompassing the 4th chakra. So the 4th chakra is represented by pink and by green, and it is the heart chakra. And the heart chakra is where we primarily are bonding with the outside world. This is where we bond most strongly with the outside world, so with other people and in other environments. But then we also have the 7th chakra, which is represented by, I believe it's indigo, but we'll use purple here. And the 7th chakra is the crown. And it actually is like right at the very tippy top of your head. And this is your strong connection to the heavens. Mmm. Love it. So, this is your, so here, where the heart is your connection to the world around you, the 7th chakra is your connection to your higher power or to God. And so there's a couple of things that are happening here that LT has brought out. That one, in order for you to bring those 2 versions of God together within yourself, you have to be able to calm the mind and the emotions of the heart. So you have to calm the thoughts of the mind and the emotions of the heart, because these are blockers. They're blockers for you from you connecting fully with the world outside of you from your heart, and it's a blocker from you connecting to your higher power from here, from the crown. So you have to be able to be in control of these mind and emotions. This is small g God. So these thoughts in the mind and the emotions of the heart, those are those small g God that you have control over. You have to gain control over them. So then you are able to connect fully with the God in others that's around you and the God of the universe and the heavens. When you're able to make both of these connections, that's when you get to this goddess God. And you did that by gaining control over time. Because this 47 is time. Woo wee! Well, that got kind of deep. Which we should be used to around here. Okay, let me catch up in chat. Mm-hmm. Yes. And also, I think it's worth just reminding us that 47, when you add up the 4 and the 7, it does equal 11. So it is, so time is that divider that creates dualism. So it's already built in there. And this 7 is action and flow. So this is the perfect combination of masculine and feminine energy. And the 4 is true stability. And you can't have true stability without both masculine and feminine. Feminine powers. That's very cool. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, LT. I love that. I love that you recognize that being able to come here can help activate that crown chakra for you. That's amazing. Because it is up to us to figure out how this will work and how we can do this for ourselves as individuals. Amazing. Yes, amazing. Mmm. Ooh, yes. Good chat today. Wonderful. That was a good one. I think that was a good one. This was a good one. So, what also is coming up, and I'm not going to go deep into this because I don't think I fully understand the connections yet. But it's reminding me of that 4 quadrant where we had I am not, I am God, and I am all. Because bringing all of these together is how, at this center point, is how you get to your true I am. Yes, Josh, me too. Isn't it like amazingly beautiful? I love it. And this also does correlate with uh, where we have our vertical time, since we're speaking of time, and our horizontal time. So we have a lot of pieces that fit together in this. So I do think this is one that will come up again. It needed to be presented here, it needed to be put out into the world right now and given to you so we can all start like meditating on it. Like, and meditating on it doesn't mean you sit and meditate with it like I do. I meditate with the vibrations where I'll concentrate on a particular vibration to be able to learn from it. But you don't have to do that. Like, this can just be thinking about it, like taking the time to think about it and thinking about how it applies to you in your individual life. What? This is crazy. Well, and it is the end of Mercury retrograde. So, hmm. Yeah, but that makes sense, LT, because really in the society we live in, we all are trained to block our feminine energy. Because our feminine energy, because even what we like define as feminine in this society is not feminine energy. Like how you define a woman and like is not feminine energy. This is great. That was a good one. That was a good one. I'm gonna think about this and see what else we might need. Okay, that was good. That was a good one. Oh, good. Judy's here. I knew you were here. I thought you might still be driving, but I see you. So let's look at Judy's numbers. And of course, Judy has 47 right in there. So let me see if I can get fancy. Sweet Cookie's still here. Get fancy. Oh, you fancy, huh? You fancy, huh? All right, let me actually drink some water and take a breath because I get going and then I start going too fast because my brain is going fast trying to keep up with these vibrations. Mm-mm-mm. Nice. Nice, LT. That's gonna be a good one. Mm. And just a little side note. Story is that vibration of 97 that we keep seeing. And it actually is seeing a lot in hip hop. Like it's coming up a lot. And then our, I wanted to confirm, but it is 54, which is that vibration of love. And then these together, so our story is 151. So it's two sets of new energy, or this 11 coming together to bring forth change. So when that 11 of the 151 comes together to end division or end dualism, it brings forth change. Good one. Good one. Good one. Oh, thank you, LT. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to like switch gears. So we're not here all night. Even though I could talk about this stuff all night. We shouldn't. We shouldn't. We got to save some for tomorrow. Well, and other days too. And we should be making sure that we're giving ourselves the time we need to really think about and process what we're learning, because that's meditating on the information. That's how we meditate on the information so that we can increase our awareness. And with increased awareness, then we're able to take action, which includes speaking in an intentional way. So being intentional with our actions and our words out of a place of awareness. That's the ultimate goal. All right. Let's look at these numbers from Judy. Woohoo! Ah! These numbers are actually telling a very interesting story together. So I'm going to rewrite it. I know I just made it bigger. I just want it to be fancy. But I'm going to rewrite it this way. I mean, it's fun to be fancy. At least sometimes, right? You gotta be fancy sometimes. All right, let's see. Let's add these up. Okay. So when we add these up, oh man, you hear me laughing, you know it's something. Yeah. Oh man. Okay. Oh, thank you, Judy. Yeah, I like being fancy. Sometimes it's goofy fancy, but it's still fancy. All right, let's look and see what's happening here. Man, this is a very interesting story. And of course, it goes with what we've already looked at. So let's pull out some of these pieces. So the first piece, we're going to start over here. So this is a story, a vibrational story. It's a story, a vibrational story. That was fun. Of how to be able to get to this vibration of 17, which in the tarot is the vibration of the star. The star is where we are getting to a higher ascension. This is where we're ascending. We're getting to a higher vibrational level. And we're getting to this higher vibrational level from this 16 of the tower. So from this place of the tower, where the tower is giving us this warning that what has been happening, how this tower has been built, and what we are doing inside the tower. And so this tower can be all of these systems, our ways of thinking, our behavior. All of these things are needing to fall. And we don't have a choice. Like, it's going to fall. And the reason it's falling is because we need to get to this ascended level, this ascended energy, this higher vibration of the star. We need to move from the 16 into the 17. And so we have the 16 to 17 story that is happening here. We also have this vibration that we were just looking at, the goddess God, in this dual zero energy, where this is these two energies of God coming together, and they are coming together to enhance this new beginning. This new beginning is the star. So this is like the cliff notes of the story, where this vibrational story is telling us, look, this tower is falling. It's falling whether you want it to or not. But we have these very powerful energies of higher power of the universe that is diminishing the impact of this falling tower and enhancing. So this is like negative, it's making it diminished, and it's enhancing this new beginning. This is the story of how to get to this higher ascended level of the star. These vibrations over here, these are the weavings. This is what's woven together to give us the details of the story. This is so like this part over here, these three vibrations, this is like looking at the context and the characters and exactly what happened in order for us to realize that the tower is falling, but we have this goddess God energy here that's enhancing this new beginning and helping to diminish the impact of the tower so we can reach a higher ascended state of the star. this is saying, because this 47 is one of these 11 to 2 energies, but it also is that vibration of the word time. It is sitting here and enhancing. So with time, with understanding that we have to move from this 11 to from the 11 to the 2. So understanding, so learning about and understanding that we need to end the divisions, we need to end duality so that we can over time get to a place of trust. This 98 trust energy is also a 17, but this is also a vibration that we're seeing a lot right now, because this 98 is the numerical vibration of sinners. And then also trust. So this story of trust. Who do we trust? When do we trust? How do we trust? And that is embedded within this story of sinners. Yes, you got it. It's here, right, Judy? Isn't that exciting? So it's saying that by learning about this process of ending division, ending duality, taking the time to do that, you're building trust. You're building trust. And let's see. And this trust, yeah, that's what I thought. Always have to check though. But when we add this up, so this trust, this building of trust over time, by understanding how to end division and duality, is bringing us to this new beginning. So this is helping to build up this one energy that is needed to ascend and get us to this higher vibrational state of the star. So this is one part of it. So it's, where did this division come from? This division came from this next part. I need another color. All right, we'll do dark green. 86 is the numerical vibration of the phrase a storm. And you should think of a storm, because we've been getting a lot of like storm imagery in like the music videos we've been getting, in the movies, in the shows, even in conversation. There's a lot of that's been going on about the weather. Solar storms, the weather's crazy, a storm here, a storm there. A storm is like a mini tower. It comes in and it shakes things up. It's creating the divisions that we are trying to get rid of. The duality, it creates the polarization. You look at some of the most famous storms. One of the things that it does is it creates like a polarization between the have and the have-nots. After the storm has impacted everybody, how much resources do you already have, or are you able to have access to? to recover from the storm. That creates polarization. How much media coverage do you actually get after a storm? That can create polarization. And I'm speaking just about like the actual weather storms because that's easy for us to conceptualize. But it's any of these things that create polarization, that create division, that enhances that energy of duality instead of getting rid of it, that would be considered a storm. When we've had enough storms, it creates enough instability for us to have a tower moment, for the tower to actually fall. Wow. And this 164, that's not the color I wanted. This 164 is another 11 to 2. Okay, so let's see. Here's the whole story. We start, maybe I should start it in the right way, in a story way. So, once upon a time, ew, I don't like that way. How else can I start a story? In a land far, far away. I think we should be on a planet far, far away. Okay, so here we go. Here's our story. On a planet far, far away, there has been created a division, duality, created by time that only time can cure. By taking the time to end this division, to understand what has come from this, how this division has come to pass, we're building up trust. This trust needs to be rebuilt because of the storms that have occurred, that has also added to the divisions of the space. It has created an instability within the system as a whole, within the whole tower. But do not fret, do not worry, do not be dismayed, for the energy of the goddess God, the vibration that we have no control over, but is the higher power, that is able to diminish the impact of the tower falling and enhance the energy of the new beginning so that we may ascend to the level of the star. Ding! Hey, that was a pretty good story. Thanks for bringing us a whole story, Judy. This was a good one. Another good one. Well, I mean, we usually have good ones. I don't think we have like bad discussions here. I mean, they might be bad if you define bad differently, but. So what do you think? What do you think of this story? This is another good one. Of course you were. Because also, remember that this 97 also equals Lovely. Uh-oh. Don't get in trouble. You're very welcome, Judy. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, we got some really good stories, some really good information today. And we're cooking with gas. Look at what we've gotten through. We've gotten through some pretty deep stuff. I agree, Josh. That was a good story. Thank you, Judy. All right. So then we have this last piece. Oh, got the hiccups now. Oh, I thought it was just going to be one, but it's not. It's multiple. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me get rid of the hiccups, and then we'll do this last part. Mm. Okay. Mm. Mm-hmm. Sure, LT. Let's let's do that real quick right now, so I don't forget. December 11th and 12th. So let's do December 1867, and then we'll look at the difference of that vibration on the 11th and on the 12th. Okay, so we first do the year, and let me know if it's wrong. Oh, yep. Yep, 2.5 years. Yep, after Civil War. Yep. Yep. Absolutely. All right, so let's first look at the year. So we do 1 plus 8 plus 6 plus 7. And I have to note before we move on that 67, this is the vibration of the word soul. Also of the word water. So thinking about how water is everywhere and how it moves, that is very similar to how the soul moves. So 67 is that numeric vibration of both of those words. So something to think about, that both soul and water vibrate the same. I just always think that's interesting to think about. So when we add this up, this year is a 22 that goes to a 4. So already we have a master number of 22. 22 is considered a master. This is considered not the master teacher, but it's considered a teacher. This is a teacher. So 22 is a teacher, and it's a teacher of this 4 of foundation and stability. But remember that all of these vibrations are neutral. So they encompass everything that can be positive and everything that can be negative. Also, we have this double dose, so an amplified vibration of two, which is all about ending duality and division. But again, because these are neutral vibrations, this can also be the creation of division, where instead of going from 11 to 2, we could be going back the other way. And I think that comes in as important when we start looking at the 11th and the 12th. Okay. So then, if now we take the 12 for the 12th month of December plus the 22, already right now, you can see how many twos there are. Where this is a lot. This vibration of this year is a lot about divisions and polarizations being created while at the same time trying to end divisions and duality. A lot of these two, no, all of these twos, all of the twos that are included in here are feeling, you know how like in so, I don't even know what movie it is. I'm sure you all know. So there's a movie where it's like um it's like they switch bodies. And so that moment when they try to visually show you that they are either coming into the other's body or they're pulling apart, where you can see both people like in that same image, um, where it's like they are together but they're apart at the same time. I hopefully make sense enough for you to help me. But that's what these twos are looking like. It looks like they are ending division and something is coming together, but at that same moment, they also are pulling apart, like creating the duality and the division. Very interesting. So, in December of 1864, the vibration was a 34. So here we have the 4 again, where this is really, this energies are really about um, breaking down, but also building up foundation. And it's a lot of question, a lot of thoughts and discussion around stability. Yeah. Well, then you think about it, where this is right, like LT said, like 2.5 years after the Civil War has ended, and you think about what is the foundation of who the nation is, who the people are. How many of the people actually feel stable in their position in not just the country, but in their communities, in their families, in their homes? This energy is feeling very similar to like right now, where the Civil War was a time where there was division amongst the nation, but also amongst the family. Hmm. I don't know why I needed to say that, but that's what needed to be said. So, this 4 of foundation and stability is coming up very strongly. And it's needed. There needs to be these conversations about foundation where some of the foundations are broken away, some of them are built up to get to a level of stability so that there actually can be growth at all levels. But if this foundation is not properly laid, it doesn't mean you can't build a tower or a house on it. It means you have a faulty foundation. So that's with these twos moving the way that they are, that's what it feels like. Feels like the foundation is there, but there's still a lot of questions around this foundation itself. And because there's all of these questions around the foundation itself, it's making it like a faulty foundation. So you still can build on it, you can still get growth, but it's like we've talked about before, where that growth is a neutral vibration. So it means you can grow in any direction. So you could grow, you could build on this foundation, but it's faulty. Hmm. This is very interesting. All right. So then let's take this December 1867 vibration of 34. And we're going to look at it when we add 11 for the 11th. And we'll look at it when we add 12. So when we do 34 plus 11, we get 45, which is a 9. And here we get 46, which is a 10. And what I'm seeing immediately, what I saw before I even started writing this down is 2025 goes to 20 plus 25, which equals 45. And 2026, which goes to 20 plus 26, which equals 46. So this is a paralleling in time of what we have seen. So where, like I said last year, that the energy of October 2025 would be spread across the whole year of 2026 because of all that 10 energy. Here, it's like the energy of these days are now being mirrored and magnified across these whole year. So it's like, like when there's a picture of something that is small and they're trying to show you what it looks like, or like a place on a map where it's small and then it's made big, where it's like, so if we have so 12, 11, 18, 67. So the day is actually, it's like this. Does that make sense? And then the same with the 12th. Also, the 12th is a portal day, so that would make sense why it was able to be powerful enough to like extend into like this whole year. Yeah. Yep. What to do with 4.5 new citizens? And there's that four. That four all over the place. And that there's the 45 for you too. Where here, the color. This 45, if you put a decimal in this, the vibrations function similarly. The decimal is really only for us. The vibrations actually are the same. So 4.5 would be the same as 45. Same vibration. And that would actually make sense why this vibration of 45 was big enough to extend into 2025. Yeah. And then all of those zeros. Yep. Wow. This is very interesting. So, what I would do, what I would say next steps would be to really dig in further to this vibration and to this energy would be to take those 2 days, but do the vibrational parallels. And the vibrational parallels are connections between um, people, places, and events. So, who are the people? Where are the places? And what are the events that were occurring on each of those days that is directly linked to people, persons, or events in those 2 years? And then that's how you actually are pulling from the past vibrations. Um, it's like the prophecies of the future. Because for 2025, you can get those parallels and then use that to help make the parallels with 2026. Does that make sense? This is very interesting. Very interesting vibrations you brought me to distract me. Distract me from what I was going to talk about. Oh, I love it though. This is very interesting. There's something also with that 34 itself. So, around that time, December 1867, there's something with the 34. I don't know. There's something with the 34. And it could be 3.4. It doesn't feel like a time. It could be 3 or 4, 34. There's something else with the 34. Maybe it's like 34 people were the ones that were making a lot of the decisions. I don't know. But something else to look into. Okay, okay, okay. I gotta pull away. I gotta pull away from that, even though it's like really interesting. So interesting. That was a good one too, LT. Okay, I'm gonna give myself a minute because I gotta pull away. My brain like gets stuck. I want to go and dig more into that information. I want to look at those vibrations more. Can't right now. Not right now. Oh my gosh. I can't pull away. I'm trying to pull away from it. Mmm. Oh my goodness. You are going to get some really good revelations from that one if you haven't already. Okay. 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 I think my brain's going to be able to leave it alone. I'm going to try. I'm going to try to leave it alone. That was a good one. OTFM over here activating some stuff. Yes. Yeah, don't hold back. Don't hold back. And you can always LT, you can always send me some of this stuff even before the live, like even like right before the live. Then it'll let my brain like meditate on it and play with it without a time constraint. This is good stuff. Okay. Well, this is our last piece. Our last thing for the day. So today is Austera. I don't want this random zero there. Oh, it was the circle for the number. Why would it bring the circle over but not the number? Wouldn't the number be in the circle? Okay, that just really bothered me. Oh my gosh. Okay, so real quick, I want to look at what the numeric vibration is for this is like a high holy day. It's the name for spring equinox as a high holy day. And so I want to look at that real quick. Interesting. 78. Okay. So spring equinox is today, and it is the first day of spring. It's when we have just as much night as we have day, so equal on either side. Um and it's the start of Aries season. So essentially it's like this energetic vibrational new year. So happy energetic vibrational new year to you. What's so interesting about this one this year is we have so many things happening around it astrologically and vibrationally that it's like activating something different. What I don't know. Like, hopefully, we'll find out. But one of the things that's happening is Mercury retrograde is ending today. Woohoo! Finally. So Mercury, it will no longer be in retrograde starting actually in a couple of hours. And so that'll be good because that is Mercury retrograde just kind of throws it's not even like a negative thing. It just feels negative at times because what it's doing is it's like shaking up the energy. So it's keeping the energy moving. And that's really why I wanted to include this here. So it's like the we're stirring the pot again by Mercury retrograde ending and it turning the other way. It's like stirring up this energy once again. And so we can see, and And actually, I looked at this on Wednesday on Twitch. So I'll run through this pretty quickly. But we have this spring equinox. And when we use our little code where it's A equals 1 all the way to Z equals 26. Spring equinox actually equals 188. And we'll also put the date here, which is today, March 20th, 2026. And when we add this up, this equals 32. But what is really the most important thing to recognize is this 188, because we saw this exactly a month ago on February 20th, 2026. So this is a 31. Is that right? No. This one is a 32. And this one is a 33. Doop. And what happened on this date is, okay, yes, it was Baby Keem came out with his album Casino. But it was astrologically, the important thing was that Saturn-Neptune conjunction. Saturn-Neptune, when we use our code, it also equals 188. Both of these occurred at 0 degrees. Oh my gosh. So we just talked about like the importance of that 0. Let me use a different color. I don't know why it's like all over here like this. Both of these happened at 0 degrees Aries. We were just talking about this 0 being this vibration of God or goddess, God, higher power, universe. Both of these occurred at 0 degrees Aries. Where the spring equinox occurs at 0 degrees Aries every single year, this Saturn-Neptune conjunction, just even having Saturn and Neptune together, only happens every 36 years. But it's even more rare to have it at this exact point. But of course, there's always more. So right before we had this Saturn-Neptune conjunction on February 17th, (2026), which gives us a 29, we had a new moon. Oh, good. But this wasn't just any new moon. This was that new moon solar eclipse. And so this new moon energy and eclipse energy swept through and fed this Saturn-Neptune conjunction. So it was pushing more energy. It was like enhancing or amplifying the vibrations of this Saturn-Neptune conjunction on the 20th. Oh, yes. Okay. But what we also had happen, oh, and then we can put here a new moon is the vibration of 99, which we've also already seen today. But we also had a new moon. Actually, just the peak of it was in between the 18th and the 19th. So on Twitch, I put the 18th, but here we'll go ahead and put the 19th. Because that's the date that seems to fit with what we are looking at here. And this is 32 also. And it's a new moon, so we have that there. This new moon that we just had yesterday, again, was feeding this energy into this spring equinox. So you see, we have this parallel movement of these vibrations. But in actuality, they are working together. So we had the new moon on the 19th, or here, we had the February 17th, we had the new moon that was feeding into this Saturn Neptune conjunction. You see here where it's vibrating at a 32 and this is vibrating at a 32. So then this energy amplified this 32. And now this new moon energy is amplifying this spring equinox. And so we have this higher level of vibration happening today in particular. And as we go into this vibrational or energetic new year, it's much more powerful than it has been in past years. The other thing is that if we put these connections in here, so let's first look here. So we did 99 plus 32. This is 131. Let's actually start here. So 99 plus 29 is 128. So this 128 is then feeding into this 188 with 32, which gives us 220. And now this is feeding over here through this connection of 32 to give us the 131. And then it's finishing over here, where if we do 188 plus 33, we get 221. These four combination vibrations are working together very strongly because of these exact parallel energies. So because we have this 99 and this 99, we're getting this combination there. We have this 188 and this 188, we're getting the combination there. And then these are already connected. So what it's creating is like, it's creating a foundation, essentially. It's making this square movement energy where these energies are working together. So then if we take the 131, we can write it down here. 131 plus, actually, let's start where it started. So it started at 128. So if we do 128, then that moved over to the 220. So we have that combination. Then both of those energies moved up together to the 131. Now we have all three of these vibrations and energies coming over here to the end of 221. And when we add all of this up, it equals exactly 700. And this takes us back to that goddess God. We have these two vibrations of these zeros, these representations of God, and 7 is the perfect coming together of the masculine and feminine energy. It allows you to be able to take action, which is masculine, in perfect flow, which is feminine. So that's the energy that we are gaining today and that we're working with today. Just in general, this 700 means that if you make sure it's the right time and in the right way, so it's in vibrational flow, you can take action today and make some really big things happen. Do some really big energetic work. So today is a really good day to do some planning, set some goals. You have all of this new energy also, because that 0 degrees Aries is the ultimate starting point. That's the birth point. And then the new moon is that new energy also. So this is prime energy for starting something new. Now, it doesn't mean you have to build it all today. But today would be a very powerful day to think about how you can bring that masculine and that feminine energy together to create something, to build something, to give birth to something. Because the other perfect combination of masculine and feminine, it creates birth, it creates life. So very, very, very powerful day. We already know that there were many, many, many ancient civilizations that had very high regard for the spring equinox, because they had like their, not just their temples, but even just everyday buildings and places of being that would highlight, they would capture the light of this very special day and celebrate it. So already was a powerful day, and now is extremely powerful. Exactly. That's exactly what it's for, LT. Yep. Any of those ideas that you've been having or that just kind of tickled your brain today, today is a really good day to like start planning it out. Like sit and visualize and dream, because Neptune rules the dreams and Saturn rules being able to create the foundation, to bring structure. So Saturn and Neptune together can like materialize, bring structure to your dreams. Very powerful energy. So yes, today is the day to dream about and visualize all of your $1,000,000 ideas. All of those big, huge ideas. Because you also have this energy of the 7 in there. So then it'll be a lot easier to take action in order to have these begin to actually come together. And for you to have the energy you need to do what you need to do, to actualize, to bring structure to that vision and to that dream. We also today, like, we know this energy was coming in because we had the earth was hit with some pretty powerful solar flares, and there were multiple earthquakes today. There's also multiple changes in weather systems and some pretty powerful weather systems that just started. So that's where we can see this energy moving around. You can see it in the weather and in the activities of the earth. And Ostera is a wonderful day to celebrate the earth. So there's that too. Well, good gracious. We did something today. I think we were extremely productive today. We got some really good messages and some really good information. How's everybody doing? I'm hungry. I'm definitely hungry now. Ready to get something to eat. And go over to Cousin B's and watch games being played. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna veg out, watch Cousin B's Twitch channel, and watch games being played, and eat some food. And I got cake. Well, you know what cake I'm talking about, like eat cake, but whatever. So that's what I'm gonna do. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And night. It's actually night. I will be back tomorrow, and we'll look at some hip hop vibration, see what's happening in the hip hop space vibrationally. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you all. And I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Thank you so much. Oh, hi, Dick. Hi, bye. It's good to see you, even if at the last minute. Have a good one, everybody. I'll see you around, and hopefully tomorrow.